advantage, but Corey Shepherd at the moment, Daniel, up in second place. I mean, Shepherd's been impressive throughout this season, but Premier don't usually specialise in qualifying. Certainly his teammates, Borg and McMullen are usually a little bit further down when it comes to qualifying, but Shepherd, I think this might be his best qualifying of the season, and that really is a good sign for the race.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been a driver that's been sort of on the up and up over the course of this championship so far, and really starting to extract a lot of performance out of that car, obviously with the help from his team, definitely assisting in that benefit. But it's good to see the guys actually starting to get on top of these setups, really starting to apply the pressure to James Scott out front. And I know Norrie was saying that he'd love to see him knocked on. I think secretly we're all hoping that can happen, but we still want to see him effectively go on and continue the running. And to have Corey not that far behind, he's only well, actually, the gap's just been extended to 0.3 of a second now, following a scorching lap there from James. But it's really allowing all these guys to really start lifting their game and start coming after him now.
Engine note rises, then the lights come on, and 150 kilometers of racing at Montreal is underway. Scott under pressure straight away from Shepherd on the run to turn 1 over. He manages to get onto the racing line, and it is a very strong start for him. It's Scott leading Shepherd, Dyson, Ross and Haber at the moment, with a couple of positions just down the order, as I think Dylan Rudd and also Ken Latta getting a little bit of a poor start. Jordan Ross and Andrew Dyson also bouncing one another into 3 and 4.
I think we also saw Jordan Steeney there in the Synergy car get rotated around as well. Quite a lot of guys caught up in that earlier issue, which we thought we potentially would see down in 1 and 2. But out front, though, James Scott able to move that Altus car across off the racing line there quite nicely, gets ahead of Corey Shepherd and already opening up a 0.9 of a second advantage. No word yet. The safety car looks like everyone has managed to get themselves back underway. Focus down on Harley Haver. Hasn't lost or gained any positions early on, and everyone comes down for the first time down into the hairpin. One of the Synergy cars now is Jordan Ross, getting very wide on the exit there. Corey Shepherd looks to have also got a slowdown penalty. Well down the order now.
So those are two guys you don't normally expect to see drop back on lap 1, but it seems that it's happened this time out. James got to let us across the line for the end of lap 1, and as one of the other DPR cars has slowed off the back of the World Champions.
A little scrap here. I see Corey Shepherd also involved in this one as well. And, not much separating these guys here. See Shepherd still a little bit defensive. He had that earlier slowdown penalty, which cost him effective 7th place on the, or 2nd place on the road. Sorry, he's going to have to be very careful here. Jordan Ross all over him, and straight down the inside there. Big lock up though. Gets that car slowed and rotated.
Forces Shepherd wide. Nicely. Takes Kirby. Oh, I thought he was going to take Kirby with him there. But he still has to drive defensively. He won't. The aero advantage will be going to Corey Shepherd there. Oh, as he's locked himself up.
Keeps it off the wall though, but that is dirt bike style entry there. Just caught the outside edge of grass there. Good save and great awareness from Kobe to avoid that car as it went sideways through that chicane there. And that's going to be a good opportunity here too for Andrew Dyson now to look at gaining an extra spot.
In terms of style points, Corey Shepherd takes the cake on that one.
Would be all right as Jones and Shepherd and Dyson all alongside.
Only a couple of laps before they hit that critical halfway point in the race, so it isn't so early, but it's probably a little bit too early. As you can see, Scott and Haber and Myers haven't dived in yet, so maybe we had Johnson trying the undercut as Haber and Myers both dive into the lane.
Yeah, just to cover off that early pit stop from Johnston, I imagine.
Look at that track map. If you find a free piece of real estate, let me know, because that is congested. He's battling with Corey Shepherd and the back of Andrew Dyson, missing out that rear wing. Can't be too effective through the corners.
Still making relatively good pace. That being said, though, in that car, and we did see him involved in a couple of incidents earlier on in the race, so to still find himself up in the 6th position, overall, very good run for him. Corey Shepherd still trying to claw his way back up, timing and scoring tree. It's been a bit of a night of what could have been. I know there's still a lot of time left on the race, but he'll be ruling those couple of mistakes.
Here comes Jones on Dyson. 6th and 7th. Shepherd just behind, who starts on the front row of the grid in 8th. No chance into the chicane. You get a good run off this. It's a pretty good exit for the Ziva car. It's quarter of a second. Or in fact, a slowdown for the 41. Oh, well, that's no way to give up the position. And Andrew Dyson there with a mistake, taking too much entry curve. And look how slow he is. Is that a slowdown, guys? Or has he actually got a bigger problem there? Because he's just lost 4 seconds by doing that. I don't think the slowdown's that significant.
It hurts.
Yeah, they will hurt you quite a fair bit around here, and it looks like he actually dropped as a result of that 3 spots. So Thomasons might have just managed to get past, if not, Dyson's got back in where he had a good opportunity to do so. So hats off into that one. Corey Shepherd, though, still trying to get his way back into position here, still down in that 7th spot. Seems to be falling off the back, though, of Kobe Jones. So I don't know whether the tyres are now a bit shot on that car or what, but just struggling a little bit with bringing it home to the end.
Corey Shepherd will be ruining tonight's performance. Could have been so much more, but if not for cut tracks and slowdowns, he could have had a top 4, top 3 running even had he have stayed where he qualified on P2. But it's good to know the pace is there in the Premier Racing Team car, and he will be fighting fit next week, no doubt.
Shepherd closing in on Jones just further back, but it's going to be Jones who goes up 12 places from his start to get one of his best results of the season. Kobe Jones finishes in 5th place, Johnston was 4th, and Shepherd in 6th.